Right, I'm delighted to be joined by Paddy Donovan. You've got a massive fight coming up. I want to get into it. Of course, you've had an amazing career, and somebody who realised pretty quickly that you were going to be a little bit special was none other than the great Teddy Atlas. He was comparing you to Oscar De La Hoya. Tell me what it's like to get praise from somebody like Teddy, because that's an amazing comparison to the Golden Boy.
Yeah, it's obviously brilliant. It's great to be recognised for one in America, which is a fantastic feeling alone. That some of the biggest sports stars and journalists in the world recognise me in America, and I feel like to have that alone is an achievement in itself. But yeah, still got a lot to prove. We got to get this world title, and then we can start being compared to Oscar De La Hoya.
Yeah, I'm wishing you all the luck in the world in winning that world championship belt. Of course, you've met loads of world champions. I've seen
Yeah.
on your Instagram there's Mike Tyson, Evander
Mm.
Holyfield, Lennox Lewis, etc. What was it like meeting those guys? Is there any of those interactions in particular that stand out?
Probably all of them. A matter of fact, I probably met most of them in the one day, which was fantastic. Meeting Mike Tyson obviously was a great achievement. Yeah, look, boxing is a place that you can meet anybody at any certain time, which is the great thing about sport, and boxers in general is usually very, very grounded. So, um, yeah, it was a fantastic feeling to meet these fighters, and obviously fighters that you would look up to, and to be compared to them, or to be hanging around them alone is a fantastic feeling.
I mean, Mike Tyson, I know he's had a massive influence on your family, in particular your granddad, because I believe he's got a Mike Tyson tattoo, which I think he's got done twice. So can you tell me a
Yeah.
little bit about that?
Yeah, he got it done he came to my house about 10 years ago, and he asked my sister, Katie Ann, to sketch out the Mike Tyson tattoo on a piece of paper. Or like, what do you want this for? And he was like, oh, I'm going to get it done. I'm going to get it done on my face. But obviously knowing that the house believed him. But my older sister at the time, sketched it out on a piece of paper and gave it to him. And about 2 hours later, he arrives back to the house with the Mike Tyson tattoo on his face, which was very controversial in our house. And let's just say he became quite famous, became extremely famous actually throughout where we live. And he's known for the guy with the Mike Tyson tattoo now. And then a couple of years back, he wasn't too happy about the way it looked on his face. So he spent about 2 years getting it removed. So then we were like, thank fuck it's gone. And then he just walks back into the house a couple of weeks back with the tattoo freshly done on his face again. So, yeah, to say he has an influence in my life would be an understatement.
And continuing on the theme of family, I know you brought Jamie Ward round to your home. You showed him all about your culture. Can you tell me about taking him out on the horses and what that was like?
Yeah, it's brilliant. It's just about who I am, really, and the most important thing is to stay the person that you are from the get go. And it was a nice day. It was nice for Matchroom to come out and show them a bit of my lifestyle and what I do and my days off. And I think they really enjoyed it. I think it did extremely well, and I picked up a couple of fans along the way.
100%. Now, can you tell me a little bit about your relationship with Andy Lee? Obviously, he'll have taught you so much,
Mm.
but is there anything in particular that really stands out?
Yeah, listen, me and Andy's been working together now maybe 8 years together. Um, Probably what stand out the most was the fact that now when I look at the gym in the morning time, summers, evenings coming in, we walk into the gym, we walk in with Ben Whittaker, Hamza Shiraz, Joseph Parker, Jason Quigley is now back, and Jim Donovan, a few other fighters that was coming into the gym training with us. But there was once a time where it was just me and Andy, 9 a.m., cold winters mornings, opening up that gym, freezing cold, walking into a gym and just working alone. So I think just the thought of that alone. I mean, Andy speaks about it sometimes when we go for a walk, like how things has changed over the years, but in a good way. You know what I mean? How the gym has grown and how I've grown, and Andy's helped me mature into from a boy to a man, and I'm forever grateful for things I've learned from Andy. You know what I mean? Andy has learned a lot from the Manuel Stored, Adam Booth, and now like to have that knowledge as a boxing coach passed down to you, and now I'm looking up towards Andy, and Andy's training all these things that he's learned along his life and his career, and he's passing on to me, which is fantastic feeling. But it's not just about what we do in the gym that has been beneficial in my life. It's the fact what Andy does on the outside but nobody really sees. He's just an amazing guy, and I can't speak highly enough of Andy for the things he's done for me and my family. And when things was at a low, Andy was always there, and I think that means more to me than whatever anything that he could ever do to me in a boxing gym.
Now, we know you're an absolute warrior. We see it every single time you set foot in the boxing ring, but really showcasing your bravery. I've seen you do some body sparring with Tyson Fury, who's 6'9". Tell me about those
Yeah.
rounds.
Brilliant. Look, I've been privileged enough to hang around Tyson. Earlier on my career, he's actually took me to Vegas for a few fights with Wilder. And obviously, at a young age, just to be hanging around big athletes like that was, some fighters just really dream about that alone, never mind to go on to have their own career. So, yeah, getting in the ring with Tyson, you know how it is. It's not going to be easy. But yeah, it's memories that will live with me forever.
And you touch on those Vegas memories there. You must have had so many crazy experiences. Is there one memory in particular that stands out as the craziest story from your boxing
Yeah,
career?
well, at one stage I was just walking around with Tommy and Molly-Mae, which was quite weird. At the time, they were just out of Love Island, and their love was fresh. And I don't want to sound a bit weird here, but I'm a big fan of Love Island. So
Fair enough.
I was watching Tommy and Molly-Mae on it, hoping they'd end up together, hoping they'd win the show. And then a couple of weeks later, here I'm out in Vegas with both of them walking around the street, so going for food. So yeah, like things like that. When I tell some people these stories, they're like, nah, this didn't happen. I'd be like, yeah. I remember we were just walking around with Molly-Mae and Tom. Nah, and you know, all these little stories that a lot of people wouldn't believe. But yeah, as I said, boxing, you meet some amazing people along the way, and you have some memories that you'll never forget.
Yeah, I mean, you have a fantastic resume of meeting boxing legends
Yeah.
and Love Island legends, so that must be fantastic for you.
It's a great mix. It's a great mix.
It most certainly is. But now you're going out to Mannheim, Karen Chukhadzhian. This is a fight I think a lot of people are looking forward to. Two world level competitors
Yeah.
going head to head. So tell me a little bit about this one.
Yeah, it's going to be. Listen, I can't describe how big of a fight this is going to be, and I hope people's not overlooking this fight in any certain way. I think this is going to be a world class fight. I think, let it be a boxing match to a punch up. I think it's going to be entertaining. I think there's going to be a lot of twists and turns in this fight, and I think you're going to see the best me. One where I feel, not that I feel the pressure, but I feel like there's a lot on the line. And I understand it's a away day, and I understand Karen Chukhadzhian is a great fighter. So I gotta turn up, and I gotta produce a fantastic win, and I gotta put myself back in the mix of the world champions. That's exactly what I'm gonna do.
100%, Paddy. Thank you so much for giving me some time. I really appreciate it, and I wish you all the luck in the world for the fight. But before I let you go, is there anything else that you would like to mention?
No, that's it really. I just want to thank all the fans that have got tickets to come and see me, and all the fans, the Irish fans in Germany that is coming. Without you, none of this is possible. So, and without guys like you doing these interviews and spreading my name, a lot of this wouldn't be possible too. So, thank you all.
You're very welcome.